Let's begin. To understand this division or this division lemma, let's look at a real life example first. Let's take, assume that there are 7 chocolates. Take 3 at a time and put it into boxes. So you'll get 3, 3, and 1 chocolate will be left out. So there will be 2 boxes and 1 chocolate will be left out. Now, how will you represent this particular scenario using division? Very simple, right? Using basic division, which all of you know, the scenario which I just gave you can easily be represented as 7 chocolates. You have to take 3 at a time. So I can write 7 by 3 equal to 2 with a remainder of 1. Now here 7 is called the dividend, as all of you know. 3 is called divisor. 2 is called the quotient and 1 is the remainder. So this is very basic division. That is why, since in this particular discussion, what I'm going to do here is, these are things which all of you know. We are just giving it a different name. Now let's look at one more example so that it's becoming very clear. Let's look at one more scenario. If I change, instead of 7 chocolates, if we have 9 chocolates, and if you want to put 2 in a box, 2 per box, 2 chocolates per box, how many boxes will be there? 1, 2, 3, 4. If I put 2 each, and 1 chocolate will still be left out. And how will you write this division? As all of you know, right? It's very simple. I'm not teaching you anything here. So you will write 9, which is a dividend, by, since it's 2 per box, you will take 9 by 2. You will get the answer, or the quotient as 4 and the remainder as 1. So there is one more way to write this. Rather than writing it like this division, you can write it as 9 equal to 2, which was the divisor, into 4, where 4 was the quotient, plus 1. So it's just a different representation of the same thing. That is, 9 can be written as 9 equal to 2 into 4 plus 1. Now in this case, 9 is the dividend, 2 is the divisor, 4 was the quotient, and 1 is the remainder. Now, instead of using numbers, if I replace it by variables, let's take, instead of 9, I can take A equal to, instead of the divisor 2, if I take B, and 4, which is the quotient, I can write Q itself, and the remainder 1, I'll replace it by R. Now I'm trying to generalize so that we can write this using variables. So now it will look like, how will it look like? It will be A equal to BQ plus R. And this is same as dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus the remainder. So there is nothing here. This is almost like 5th, 6th standard level, 5th, 6th grade level discussion. We are just going to give it a different name to it, like Euclid's division lemma. What it's all about, you will understand very soon. And there is nothing new. We are just going to give it a new name. This generalized using variables is called Euclid's division lemma, which is nothing but, if you state that, it will be like this. Given positive integers A and B, there exist unique integers Q and R satisfying A equal to BQ plus R, where 0 less than or equal to R less than B. That is, the remainder R can be 0, but it will be less than the divisor B. Now, going back to the chocolate example, we had the first example, we had 7 chocolates. So once you fix that number 7 and 3 chocolates per box, that's also fixed, then it is obvious that the number of boxes which you can take and the left out chocolates, they are also getting fixed by default. That is why the word unique integers is used in this explanation, because as there will be only one set of solutions. It's very easy to understand. I hope you are getting it. What is that? When in that example, when the number of chocolates are fixed, when the number of chocolates per box is fixed, the number of boxes which you can take out is also getting fixed. And what is going to be left out in number of chocolates, that's also getting fixed. So there is actually nothing new. This is something which you've been doing for quite some time now. How to find out HCF using Euclid's division algorithm. So let's take an example first. 24 and 15 more. Very simple. First step is 24 by 15. That is 24, you'll write it as 15 into 1 plus 9. Next, this 15 will become the dividend and the remainder 9 will become the divisor. You'll continue doing this process till you get a remainder 0. So what is the next step? 15 equal to 9 into 1 plus 6. Then this 9 will become the dividend and 6 the divisor. So 9 equal to how many times? 6 into 1 plus 3. It's still there is a remainder 3. So you'll do it, you continue once more. 6 will become the dividend, 3 will become the divisor. So you can write it as 3 into 2 plus 0. And once we get remainder 0, the divisor here, that is 3, that will be the HCF. This is Euclid's division algorithm using numbers. Now generalizing, we know that it's, how will you generalize? If I write dividend as capital D, divisor as D, and quotient as Q, and remainder as R, D equal to DQ plus R. So divisor will become dividend, remainder will become the next divisor. Continue doing this process till the remainder is 0. That's why you can generalize and represent